Hi there. Today's tech tip that I'd like to share is using Gmail's labels as a way of organizing your email inbox. Um, Within Gmail, there are a couple different ways you can accomplish this. You can see within my inbox there's several labels already created on some of the messages I've received. This can be done both after you've received a message, but also as a way of doing it with incoming messages as well. The Google platform operates on a system of labels essentially, not necessarily folders. What that does is it allows the user to create our own labels. So if you go on the left-hand sidebar, you can create a label as you find it necessary. So if I created a label with any name, it does have an option to make it a subheading if you'd like. I won't do that right now. But as you create that label, you can see it shows up in your sidebar, and you can also do some further editing with that and how it appears. So in this case, I might just add another color that's a little bit different than the previously created labels. These are great tools because not only does it quickly identify the type of email it might be, or that it is, but it can also serve as a filter. So let's just take Dave Barhan's email inviting us over to for a staff gathering to his house on Thursday. Well, that sounds like fun, and luckily I already have a fun label created. So if I go to the drop down in labels and click it and apply, you'll see now that that email has that red fun label. But if I wanted to look through my inbox, and I had, as we maybe have several emails and you want to find that later, you can just click on that label and it will filter through all of your messages and highlight just the email messages that have that fun label on it. And it's a very helpful tool in determining, when you want to go back and find information, and not have to sort through every single message. Another way that you can do this, because I realize that can be kind of cumbersome, that's a lot of clicks, it's hard to label every message, is to then create an automatic trigger to create these labels based on a filter that you create. So if you go next to the search box and click there, you can see there's a new a series of boxes that you can enter in different parameters in which a label will be applied. And so depending on what you enter, those parameters will serve as the trigger to create a label on that incoming message. I've already pre-entered something with Julie and Doug's email addresses, so I just copied and pasted, and I thought, okay, if I got an email from Julie or Doug, I'd consider it an administrative email. And the key here is to put a capital "or", so it's the distinguishing characteristic that either of these email addresses will trigger the label that I'm going to create. And there are actually several different things you can do with the filters, but right now I'm just going to focus on the labels, and I will add a star as well just to highlight the importance. So we go to the choose label, and in this case I'm going to create another new label, and let's just call it admin. Once that's created, you can see down below, based on what you've set as the parameters for the filter, you can see if it's achieving the goal that you want based on my inbox. What are the emails that have been flagged? And you can see I just have the one in here right now. But if I want to create that filter, but also apply it to previously received emails, I can do that here. And you can go through and determine whether or not you want to apply that filter to those emails. But once it's created, any email that I receive now from Doug or Julie will now be flagged with an admin label. And once again, I can go and I can customize it and change the color, or if I wanted to at some point filter any emails that I've gotten from Julie or Doug, I can do so, going back to the fun or back to just the inbox. So it's a great way to organize and to search and find important information without having to go through each one of your messages. So hopefully this is helpful to you, and it's something you can easily incorporate into your use of Gmail and our Google Apps. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for listening.